How are you, Coach?
Great.
So now I guess you're in full bowl game prep after being on the road and doing a lot of recruiting last week?
Yeah, it's been a lot of action since the last ball game. Coaches, back off the road, and so we've gotten a chance to slowly get kicked off here on bowl prep. Guys are looking forward to it. Great energy today, and we'll keep working towards game day.
How much were you able to do in the past week? Obviously, coaches on the road. Were you able to have some light practices, or what were you able to do last week?
Yeah, we were able to fit some in here over the last 10 days. Got a lot of work for the young guys in particular. I thought it was good when we were back on the weekends. We were able to get some practice in. Obviously, you got official visits too, but young guys in particular got a lot of work.
What do you think this last bowl game, this last game of the season means to these guys? What do you hope it means?
It's finishing, right? Finishing the season the right way, all right? For our seniors, this is a big part of leaving the right legacy, so it's important, right? It's also, in some ways, a kickoff to the next year, too, so starting to lead the 20 season off the right way.
Is Gabe going to play?
I'll get into all the player issues here as we get further into to the week.
What do you know about
player questions, I should say.
What do you know about Marshall and what challenge they present?
I think they've continued to get better throughout the course of the season, right? You look at the record, the way they've played down the stretch. They're tough, they're physical, compete extremely hard, multiple in what they do on the offensive side of the ball in particular. So our guys got to be dialed in. Bowl game, extra prep time. Got to stay true to the small things and have your eyes in the right place, play your keys offensively in bowl games. Penalties, turnovers, those are things that absolutely kill you. As you just go through bowl season, you see that playing a huge part in football games. So when you're on the practice field, having great energy and great focus will be critical to give ourselves the chance to go play our best football when we kick off.
What's the plan for the offensive coordinator position for this game?
And I'm excited for Coach Levy, man. Great opportunity for him. He gets an opportunity to go lead it and call plays. He's a quarterback coach here first year, gave him a title the second year. Has been a big part of what we've done. Excited for him.
Do you have a timeline on replacing that spot on the staff?
Nah, with everything that's going on, right? Recruiting, bowl preparation, right? There's a lot of things that will take place, and once we get through with the bowl game, then I'll turn attention to that.
What's the position you're looking for as an offensive coordinator, or are you rethinking what you might hire in that slot?
Coach Leb had a big part in what we've done. All the guys in that room have a huge part in what we do and how we game plan every single week.
What's the impact about having him available for this bowl week?
I think the big thing, right, is the reason that he was in the quarterback room, right? I'm in there every single day with those guys. Is it on game day, right? His eyes were a big part for me, right? Ground level versus eagle vision. Seeing everything from over the top. In that respect, that'll be the big thing that we got to fill on game day.
How do you think he made Dillon a better quarterback over the course of the season?
How do I think what?
How did Coach Levy make Dillon a better quarterback over the course of the season?
I think Dillon's been a better decision maker, right? His fundamentals have gotten better in the pocket. I think as the season gone on, he's continued to use his feet, you know what I mean? And that's a big part of just being a young guy and continuing to grow and understanding how to play the game at this level, right? And I've talked about that a bunch throughout the course of the season.
Josh, when you look at, I know you started to talk about player situations later on this week, but when you look at how things have changed, where guys are now deciding to skip bowl games, what kind of decision making goes into that process, and what do you think? What would be your advice?
Across the country, I think right. 10 years ago, that didn't happen, right? I think guys are, trying to protect themselves in some respect, and I think bowl games are a great opportunity, right? Bowls, whenever they started, right, in a large respect, just dealt with giving kids an opportunity to go experience a different culture, a different place, and a different experience. And I still think that's a huge part of the bowl season, right? And a great opportunity to go spend time with your teammates and have a growing experience.
Quadri Jones put it out there that he's, looking to transfer and move on. I know he took a visit this past weekend. Just what kind of discussions did you have with him? I guess he's looking for a path to play,
right? Quarterbacks across the country, right? They want an opportunity to play. That's the reality of the position. It's hard to keep a full room anywhere, right? And especially when a young guy has played a lot of football, right? The number of games that Dillon has played.
Is it a difficult process when you're out recruiting to also maybe keep an eye on that transfer wire or transfer portal to make sure that, what maybe you may have some needs?
One guy can't do everything, right?
Yeah.
So, that's what your recruiting department's a part of tracking, right? And then you come back in, you analyze, you watch tape on them, and figure out what the right thing for you as a program is moving forward.
Do you embrace these last couple of practices since this is the last time this group's going to be together? It'll be different.
Yeah, I think every season's different, right? So you enjoy every opportunity that you have together, and understand that there's only one bowl game in this season, but there's only one 19 season, and this will be different or at the end of this season, right? When you come back in January, the room's going to look and be different. That's the great thing about college football. That there's constant turnover. There's more opportunities for guys to grow into leadership position and take place.
I don't know if you were paying attention last night with Drew Brees, broke the NFL record.
I caught the very end of it. Yeah.
You were part of the same draft class. Kind of came up with him through college. You have being that's your same age pretty much. You have an appreciation for what Drew's been able to do for a long period.
Pretty
of time.
Remarkable. I've talked about it with quarterbacks here, but also the other places I've been. Just having gone through some of the process and watching him go through it, whether that's the combine or I've had an opportunity to, with certain staffs, just go visit the Saints here, through my tenure in coaching as well. Just to watch, the focus and the energy that he puts into how he prepares and plays every single week. He's relentless in his preparation. I think the energy that he provides on the football field when he steps on the field between the white lines, the focus that he ensures from his teammates, those are all things that we talk about with our quarterback group.
What's the anticipation level like for coaches on signing day eve? Signing day, on Wednesday. What's the anticipation like for that day?
There's a lot of things that we think we know, but you got to make sure that they come through the following morning. And so you're, tying all your bows and dotting your I's, crossing your T's, and making sure that the day goes as good as it possibly can for you.
Last thing. All right.
Looks like
all right, guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay.